start to blush when somebody says your name. In my stomach there's a pain. You walk in my direction, I go the other way. I start to stutter when I speak. Trying to stand but my knees go weak. What's happening to me? In the dark, can you tell me what it means?
So first and foremost, chosen ones, if nobody told you as of yet today, I love you. If nobody told you as of yet today, I am proud of you. You're going to continue to achieve anything you set out to do. You understand me? Also, you already know I do have to give you that brief disclaimer. I only want you to take what resonates and leave the rest behind, all right? I don't want you trying to force certain scenarios for you. If you don't get your confirmation through me, I guarantee you won't get it through somebody else, so be patient with your process. Also, y'all already know that voice too raspy to be whispering. So this about the time that you probably want to go ahead and hit that volume, all right? So before we get started, I want to thank you so much in advance for the love, like, share, subscribes, gifts, kind words to not only myself, but each other too. I appreciate you. Also, again, thank you so much for everybody who's been showing love over this weekend. I hope that y'all have a beautiful Earth Day, birthday, week as well. You understand me? So let's get started, chosen ones. Thank you, baby. Chosen ones. We gonna have to talk. I'm very proud of you. You understand me? I'm proud of you. I believe in you. Again, I know that you're going to achieve anything that you set out to do, but at times you put unnecessary pressure on you, baby. You do. See, some of you are stressing so much about receiving certain profit. Some of you are stressing so much about aligning with your partner. Some of you are stressing about certain goals and admirations that you had, but you're not enjoying the experience as you go on that path to achieve them. You understand me? Now, what do I mean? Chosen ones. There's some of you, now we're going to go down the list. There's some of you that's trying to, or keep saying you can't wait till you align with your divine boo. I understand you. I feel you, baby. I'm there. But you put too much pressure on that because some of you are wanting to find an individual way before you find you. Now, what do I mean? You have to realize that you are what you attract, chosen ones. So therefore, if you still processing, if you still healing, if you still finding yourself, you're going to find somebody, but you're going to find out that that's not your person because you are not even who you are supposed to be. Now, what do I mean? See, you attract based upon where you at, right? So I want you to think back to your past partners. You had certain similarities to them, right? So this is you. You could have had abandonment issues. You could have had a person that you previously was with that cheated or beat it on you. You could have had, you understand, so on and so forth, right? Now hear me out. So when you align with a certain person, you thought that that was the person that you were supposed to be with because you had similarities to them. You heard about their experiences. You may have went through them. You understand me? You sit there and feel like this is your person based upon the fact that they went through what you went through in the past, but you have to realize that y'all in a different dynamic. See, at times, again, you feel like this is a person that you truly have a bond with, and you do, but it's trauma bonding. That person is truly not for you. See, when you met them, you were healing. When you met them, you were growing. When you met them, you were getting to know you. When you met them, you were detoxing based upon what you had previously went through. So you thought that this was the person for you because they went through those similarities too. But they had grew to their full potential. So you outgrew those individuals, and at time you may not have even knew. See, chosen ones, there's certain individuals that are pessimistic. What they went through, they're going to continue to bring this up to certain individuals. That things that they went through, they're going to continue to go back to their past, reflect back to what they went through, but they're not thinking about what's coming through for them. So this is almost like somebody that's ungrateful, somebody who is talking about what they wish that they had or what they used to have, but they not looking in their hand and seeing what they got, right? See, chosen ones, there's certain people that you was connected to that, again, you thought that these was your people, friends, family, potential partners. So when you found them, you didn't even find yourself yet. You understand me? So you sit there and attract them. You invest in them. You have all this long time period where you chasing them. But again, you gotta remember, if you gotta run after them or chase them, then they don't want to be caught. You have to realize that if you have to always explain to them who you are, then they don't know who you are. You understand me? So it shouldn't be that difficult. When people say, oh yeah, well, relationships, you gotta fight for it. You don't fight each other. You fight certain people that's projecting negativity towards it. You standing in your truth. But again, how are you going to be aligned with the person that's for you if you're not even being you? You're going to end up attracting somebody based upon that current state that you in, right? So I want you to think, right? Each person that you previously talked to, because there was someone, once was upon a time where your head was going about these individuals. Nobody could have told you that that wasn't your person. Nobody could have told you that it wouldn't have worked out with them. You were set, right? You were fully focused, right? Okay, cool. So during that time period, again, you have to realize that based upon what you're going through, so you started off having abandonment issues. You are like a projector, right? So whatever you experiencing internally is going to be reflected externally, right? So again, think about the projector in the classroom, how they put that little Scantron or whatever the case may be on top of it, that light gets to it, and that's what the whole class sees, right? See, chosen ones, your energy is the same. Now, let me give you an example. You know how you on the phone and you think about something, or you having a conversation about something, right? And all of a sudden, that ad pops up, or that commercial comes on, or you see that pop up on your phone, right? So what you were speaking about on the phone, all of a sudden you see it. Now, what's the first thing that we say? Oh, the government. That's nothing but the government. They out here watching all of that. Now, there's some truth to it, right? But if you notice that what you speak is what you start to see, why don't you realize the same applies pertaining to your frequency? What you speak pertaining to you. So if you keep speaking about the struggles that you went through, speaking about how that person did you, how that person disrespected you, how that person cheated on you, you focus on the negative, so that's what you're going to bring back through. It's almost like that call. That's why I told y'all to be cautious of certain things that you entertaining, because that's going to be projected back to you, right? So if you keep talking about, okay, well, everybody cheats on you, everybody beats on you, everybody leaves you, everybody deceives you, that's all you're going to see, because that's all you focused on, right? So that's all that's going to be on your channel, right? So again, like that ad. Think about times that you was thinking about something and all of a sudden it crossed paths, or all of a sudden you was thinking about somebody and they reached out to you. So you already know that what you think about starts coming towards you. So why are you so focused on the negative? Why are you so focused on pessimistic things? Why are you so on and so forth, right? So hear me out. When you met certain people, you got to pay attention to what you were speaking about. You got to pay attention to what was in your head, in the sense, because that's what you was attracting in. But that was the biggest test, because you had to face that demon instead of becoming them. You had to beat that demon instead of befriending them, right? So hear me out, chosen ones. There's certain people that you met, again, that was a test, because you wanted to see where you needed to do. You asked God, like, okay, well, what moves do I need to make? What else do I need to change? What is it that I'm doing that is not right? You asking God certain things, right? So you asking God, okay, but what can you do to have this? Or why does this continue to happen to you? So you cross paths with an individual who went through what you went through, was currently in the mindset that you was in, right? So you manifested that same type of person in. So when you started to talk to them, you started to see certain similarities to past things that you did, right? So for instance, me and my best friend, we was talking, right? And we were having a conversation about certain partners that you attract. And we was discussing as far as where we was at in the past. See, you could have been somebody that was very pushy. You could have been somebody that as soon as you met somebody, you fell in love with them. You were seeing a future with them. You sitting there talking about what your children's names is going to be. You talking about all of these things, right? And that person could have been looking at you crazy. They looking at you like, hey, yo, shorty, he or she is in too deep, right? And then all of a sudden, they walked away from you. You felt a certain type of way about it, or wonder why they didn't stay with you. Then you cross paths with somebody else who acts the same way as you. So you cross paths with somebody that was real clingy, somebody that was all pressed, somebody that they didn't even know you like that, but already was willing to jump into it, right? See, all of a sudden, you see a problem in what they doing, but you ain't see a problem when you was doing it. See, you manifest based upon where you currently at. So you're starting to face certain people from your past that you was manifesting in. So that ex-partner that you was praying to God that you would be with, that person that you was talking about, this is what you wanted. This was the dream image. But you started to realize as those things started to come towards you that they wasn't for you because you got to know you, right? So you're starting to face certain previous manifestations or certain prayers that you had. You're starting to see them come in. And some of you are not willing to accept them because, again, you're not at the same place that you was when you was calling them in. You understand me? But that's why it's important. In order to attract who's truly for you, you have to be you. You understand me? That's almost like you going through the era where you talking about you don't want no kids. So you attracted somebody else who don't want no kids too. But then as you start to heal you realize that you wouldn't want kids because you ain't want them to go through what you went through. Or you didn't want kids because that past partner that you was with was not was a selfish-minded individual. Somebody who didn't help, somebody who wasn't going to be there. So now you didn't want certain things to come in. Then all of a sudden, as you started to heal and detox from that person, your perception started to change. Now you want children, but the person that you are with currently doesn't feel the same way. So you had to be you to attract who's truly for you. You understand me? Have you ever met somebody then all of a sudden, it's like in the beginning, they ask you what you want. They talking about, oh, well, flowers. Oh, you talking about, I want flowers. I like them walks at the park. I like this. You start telling them what you wanted, right? See, that's what you got to be cautious because your true divine partner is already going to know what type of time you want. You understand me? They going to know you before they get to know you. They going to notice you before they get to know you, so on and so forth, right? But some of you was out here telling certain people what you wanted. You got to realize that, again, you have your true divine partner and you have a karmic version of them. So you was out here talking about you want your person to look like this, dress like this, act like this, talk like this, do this, and the devil heard it too. So therefore the devil sat there and picked one of his minions that was closest to what you was describing and had them dress up in a sense for you. So they, again, that wasn't naturally them. They was just doing based upon what you was calling and asking of them, right? So all of a sudden what happens, chosen ones, and the beginning is so great. They doing everything that you wanted, everything that you said, everything that they acted like they wanted in a sense, right? Then in due time, it starts to dwindle out. You start to not see it no more, right? That never was them. They was doing it in order to appease you, but they wasn't going to keep up that momentum. See, chosen ones, when you actually are being you and you know what you truly want for you and you ain't telling people what they need to do, so on and so forth pertaining to you, you observing who's not. You observing their actions, and that's when you disconnect from them, right? See, some of you tell everybody what you want in your partner. That's where you messed up at because certain things are hidden. You understand me? God keeps certain things from them. And when I say them, I'm talking about those demons. I'm talking about Satan, so on and so forth. See, the devil doesn't have the intuition. The devil doesn't have discernment. The devil doesn't have feelings. The devil is not able to telepathically communicate. They don't pick up on the same things as you. That's almost like a walkie-talkie, right? It's a different frequency. So if they're not on the same channel as you, they're not going to hear what you're talking about. They'll hear bits and pieces, so on and so forth, come in and out, but they don't know that full conversation. They just hear bits and parts, right? Because they're not on the same channel as you. So there's certain individuals that, again, they can't communicate like you. They don't understand certain things like you. They can't comprehend certain things like you. They can't hold conversations like you. They don't have the intellect, the insight, so on and so forth, right? But because you're so quick to say certain things loud, because you're so quick to talk certain things out, see, I told you, be cautious of how you praying too, because, again, you don't got to say certain things out loud to communicate to God, to let him know exactly what you're trying to do or what you need to do, so on and so forth, right? Telepathically, because the devil can't tune into that. But so with that being said, the partner that you're supposed to be with, they already going to be that. The person that you're going to be aligned with already had to go through what you went through in order to get to you. That's not something that you're going to have to break down to them. They just going to get it, right? But the demonic individuals, you got to tell them what you want. How they say, oh, tell me what you want, what I really want. You know that Spice Girl song. You got to tell them everything. Oh, well, if I cook, can you clean? You shouldn't even ask that. Your true divine partner would already been on those things. You understand me? See, There's some of you where you like, man, you've been feeding the kids, take them to this, and you looking at that partner to speak up and assist you when they never did. And they say, well, you should have said something. That's not your partner then. See, your true divine partner would have been able to pick up on that frequency. Your true divine partner already would have knew what it is that you needed them to do. You wouldn't have had to compromise, because if you compromise, that's not from the divine. You understand me? So, chosen ones, you out here trying to persuade the devil and that demon, that minion, that replica or that fake version, that impersonator of your true divine partner, right? You sitting there telling him, hey, well, you tired. You telling them that you want this. You telling them that something's on your brain. You sitting there trying to tell them or throw hints to them for them to tune in when there's somebody that's randomly not even near you going to reach out to you like, is everything okay? I don't know. You just popped up in my energy. I wanted to see a few things. Or you cross paths with somebody and they see that you upset, or they feel that in your energy in this sense, and they say something to make you smile or help you out. See, that's your divine crew. That's people who, again, telepathically, they was tuned into the same channel as you. Those people that you got to break everything down to, they not your people. And that's why you stress. I told you, you don't got to persuade those people to be on the same on board with you. You don't got to persuade that. You're not here to do that. You here to be authentically you, and people who are divinely aligned with you, you embrace them. But everybody else that's being satanic, we're not going to tell the scammers to stop scamming. That's some shit that they shouldn't have did. We just going to tell you the common consequences that's going to come behind doing that shit. See, we're not going to tell people who sending black magic, oh, well, why they shouldn't do it. We told you, you do it, this was going to happen to you. This is what you're going to go through then, right? We don't have to beg them to stop doing that. We tell them what's going to happen, the fact that they doing that, right? See, there's some of you, again, if you got to chase that partner, see, some of y'all get caught up in that twin flame dynamic and that title, that soulmate title. You sitting there and feel like that's your soulmate whole time they your stalemate. You wondering why there's stagnancy around you. You wondering why you not feeling like you. You wondering why you energetically are drained. It's because you keep chasing behind this individual. You shouldn't have to tell your true divine partner not to entertain other people. If they are, that's not your person. They not created equal. You understand me? You shouldn't have to persuade your just like you started processing things and things start clicking, your true divine partner, that's the same thing that they are going through too. God raises the energy of the masses at the same time. You understand me? So you have to realize that certain people miss that boat. They on a different side. If they not elevating, if they not changing their ways before that storm even came, that means that they wasn't on that same channel as you to get that warning in a sense. So therefore, nah. You got to disconnect from them. If somebody is going to look at you and see what you're going through and continue to put you through it, but then come up with an excuse for it, they not for you then, chosen ones. See, you get caught up because you are empath. You try to help certain people. No, it's a difference with somebody who's on that path and running the same lap as you, and you see them start to give up a little bit. You see them to get exhausted, and you give them a push. You get them a pull. You understand? You give them encouragement like, yo, keep going. You can do it. It's a difference. Rather than you hollering from the sideline to somebody who already quit or somebody who already didn't even want to start that in a sense. No, it's a difference, chosen ones. You help people who are helping themselves. You helping people or encouraging people who are wanting to do well, that want to do good. You trying to waste your time on people who's not divine, try to persuade them on why they should come on our side. Whole time you got somebody who's truly chosen, waiting to get the same encouragement that you give it to that person. That other person, you praying to God for them to finally align when that other person who's your true divine partner is praying to cross paths with you. It's a difference, chosen ones. You gotta realize that. If you got a bag, baby, they not your person. They knew when they cheated on you how it was going to impact you, that the trust was going to be gone. They know what you previously went through. They know that you had abandonment issues and they left you. So therefore, they knew what they was doing before they did it, right? See, you had to realize that, chosen one, it's simple. Again, if you got to chase them, they don't want to be caught. If you got to corner them in order for them to choose you or go in the same direction as you, then that's not your people, baby. It's not. I guarantee you it's not. You hear me? So you trying to focus on finding a partner, but you got to find yourself. That's the magnet. So are you being a representation of who you want to attract in? are you? You said you want love, but you with that person who don't even know what love is. That's not your person. You sitting there with that. You didn't get love when you talking about, oh, because you come up with excuses because of empathy. You want to save everybody. What Project Pat said? Don't save her. She don't want to be saved. You heard me. You out here trying, oh, well, I know they got abandonment issues, so let me sit there and be here for them while they abandon you. You attracted that person because you had abandonment issues too in one way, shape, or form, right? And so you try to help them get through their abandonment issues. You went through the same thing as them, but you giving love towards them, so they have the same opportunity or same ability they should to do it to you too then, right? It shouldn't be one-sided. Okay, you went through abandonment issues, okay, well, I did too. So I'm pouring this into you and you pouring this into me. That's my equal. It shouldn't be one-sided. You understand me? It shouldn't. It shouldn't. You sitting there talking about, oh, well, they never had love before, and then you think about all the times that nobody showed you love. You didn't have a mother who said she loved you, showed love to you, was soft with you, but you still a soft-ass individual. You out here helping everybody. You out here being a light to everybody. What's that mean? They had the ability to do the same thing, but they chose not to because they different. You understand me? And not in a positive way, chosen ones. See, I told you, think about certain siblings that you had. You could have went through what they went through, right? But you took a different path. They went and chose drugs. They chose corruption, scamming, sex, and all of that. And you chose to use what you went through to change the dynamic. You used that, again, that experience to build yourself up in a sense, right? You was like, nah, you made that choice. You're not the same parent that you had. You're not the same person that went, you understand that you went through when you went through what you did in the past. See, chosen one is different. They chose a different dynamic. They got hurt or cheated on before. Now they cheating on everybody else because they want to make that up. So they making everybody else pay for what they went through in their past. So therefore, again, you want to choose this person? That's the type of person you want to be with? Think differently, chosen ones. You out here, again, you got to know, based upon where your mind is at, you got multiple manifestations coming through. You done manifested various partners based upon that time period and what you was going through. So that once person that you thought was your true divine boo, the person for you, now you're not even the same person as you was when you knew that individual, because you ain't even know you when you knew them. So how could they know you then? You understand me? See, chosen ones, you growing and you progressing. And now you got certain pressure because you've been with this person through certain storms and didn't even realize that's why storms was coming forward based upon them. They was attracting it. They was telling the devil where you was at in a sense. They was out here, again, being negative. I want you to think about this, right? Chosen one, keep this shit funky, right? Say there's an emergency, a drill, and there's certain people, there's somebody that's trying to harm certain individuals. And that person next to you is just screaming, crying, being loud, making people know exactly where you at. What you gonna do? Get away from their ass, right? Like, yo, you not hiding over here. Like, you gonna have to find another place, or you gonna find another spot to hide to. So you gotta realize that every time you start to elevate, there's certain karmic people beside you that speak in certain negative things or have a pessimistic mind frame type. You understand? Where every time you try to stay clear to negative things, they keep pulling it in. Every time you talking about how you doing this with your goals, they talking about what they did and it wasn't successful. They just keep calling the devil in your direction. You wouldn't hide with no motherfucker who's out here hooting and hollering all this shit. You would get away from them because you knew that they going to attract unnecessary attention, right? So the same pertaining to your friends, the family, your partners, all of that, the people that you with, they out here keep being pessimistic, speaking negative things. That's them being loud to let the devil know exactly where they at in a sense, right? You're not going to hide with them. You're not going to confide in them. You're not going to be around them. You're going to get your ass on so that you can continue to live, right? How shorty say, live to fight another day. You gonna sit there, do things differently. So you had to be the person that you want to attract. You talking about you want love. Have you became love yet? Do you love yourself? You talking about you want somebody to compliment you. When's the last time you looked in the mirror and actually liked what you seen? When? Have you complimented yourself? You talking about, oh, you beautiful, but you ain't said that shit to yourself in a while. You sitting there talking about how so-and-so has the perfect body, but somebody looking at you and thinking the same thing, but you ain't give yourself credit yet. You don't acknowledge you. See, you talking about how you want this person to embrace you or believe in you, but you don't even believe that you can achieve the things that you setting out to do. You limiting you. You feeling like, again, the world's against you when you don't even realize that everybody else could be against you, but God is for you. So there's nobody that can stop you. You understand me? You got the creator of everything backing you. You still acting scary to do the things that you feel called in a line to do. You scared. How you scared of a devil who wouldn't have a place to stay if God didn't say, okay, well, you can't be in heaven. You can go here in this dark area then. The devil wouldn't even have a spot if God didn't say, okay, well, do what you do. Go ahead. If anybody want to be like you, that's cool. They're going to be limited. They're going to go through certain shit. Karma and consequences coming through. The devil couldn't even select the place that they was going to be at. If it was up to the devil, he would have stayed in the pavements of gold, place where the fountain of youth, all of this. The devil would have stayed there if he could, but he didn't, because God didn't allow him to. So you got God who made everything. Everything, even that little dark ass area that them. Think about Lion King, that little patch. If the lions really wanted them hyenas out, oh, they would have been on their ass. But they said, nah, you get this little area, do what you do. Anybody who want to be dark too, y'all got that limited space. Think about Earth. Earth is so small compared to the universe. So God sat there and told the devil he can only have this small area of everything. So why you feel like the devil or what they intend for you can stop you when this still God's house? You heard me. This still God's house. This still his. It's almost like how your grandmother had a house and somebody was able to move in and that uncle was acting all petty and shit. And they like, remember where you staying. You talking salty because you living there right now, but I can evict your ass at any point in time, right? That's like that person acting like they so successful, but they sleeping and staying in somebody else's shit. So the devil acting all cocky, at one instant, God's removing him. God's like, hey, yo, anytime I see you come out that dark area and you try to step in the light, you burn. That's like that vampire in a sense. They got to stay their ass in the dark, right, chosen ones? Them vampires got to stay in the dark, right, chosen ones? Let's just make that clear. You know how they step in the sun and that shit starts beaming through them? All right. So the same pertaining to them. If they can only impact you if you go into the negative, if you start thinking pessimistic, if you start thinking limited. Do you know who I keep asking you, y'all know who y'all's father is? Money long, respected all over. Walks there, they names ring bells. You heard me. See, they got different names. To you, that's your father. To that person, oh, that's somebody else. That's God. Now, who's God? Oh, yeah, God's the person. He's divine. He the creator of all. Okay, cool. See, who's Allah? Yeah, Allah, that's the person who, so on and so forth, right? See, it's a different name. It's the same thing, right? Okay, cool. So you know how your father, say your father's Raymond. So-and-so calls him Ray. So-and-so calls him Raymond. So on and so forth, but it's the same thing, right? Okay, cool. Just making sure we understand. I just had to make sure, right? Chosen ones. You gotta remember whose team you on. You acting scary, shorty. I ain't here to sugarcoat. You acting scary. You acting scary. Do you know who your father is? Do you know that they don't play that? That, again, nobody can come in the light to attack you. They gotta stay. Think about those hyenas in that movie. They came. They got their ass rush you. Shit, you could look in the jungle, certain little Discovery channels, and you see the same thing too. You come in this area, baby. It's all bets off. You come in here if you want to, acting crazy, and I'm going to show you that your ass is soft. See, these individuals try to attack you spiritually and energetically. Whole time, that's your ranking. You got ranking over everything. See, God gave you, chosen ones, a piece of him in you, so you have the same ability as him to a certain extent when it comes to recharging individuals. I told you that pop-up generator in a sense, so anybody that's lacking light, they can plug themselves in. You better be cautious of who you giving that energy and power to. But you got the same ability again because God granted you to. God gave you the ability to call certain shots in the outside of his presence. So I want you to think about this, right? You the babysitter or you the older sibling. When that mother stepped out or she had certain things she had to do and she sat there and said, hey, yo, you in control and this is what you do. This is how you move, so on and so forth, right? The same pertaining to God. God's like, listen, y'all got this. You know what to do. So what I'm gonna handle this over here while you do this, right? See, chosen ones. At any point in time, them kids start acting crazy. You can take certain things from them. Like, nah, turn that game off. Nah, put that down. You ain't getting no candy. Nah, you ain't going outside based upon how they was acting, right? See, you can call judgment. You calling judgment is like you calling up that parent to tell so-and-so, telling that so-and-so is tripping. So-and-so is acting up. So-and-so ain't listening. See, when you go to God and you call judgment and say, God, I try to do this and this is what they try to do instead. I try to send them love. They try to disrespect me instead. I try to help them. They try to hurt me. So on and so forth. God's like, say no more. Oh, they acting up? Well, this is why I need you to tell so-and-so. You tell so-and-so when I get there, oh, it's a wrap. See, you tell so-and-so when I get there, everything that they had is getting snatched. See, that's why you had to sit there and tell certain individuals don't play that shit. Because they don't know who don't play about you. You told them, hey, yo, listen, God said you better start sending that magic or it's going to be an issue. They talked all this stuff. You said, hey, God said you better put that back because you wasn't even supposed to touch that. They ain't listen. That was you calling God. God told you what to say to them. You understand me? I told you. That's what we do. We the translator. We the messenger in a sense. So again, we going to get that message, relay it. Whoever ain't listen, okay, well, you going to have to deal with those karma and consequences then. And you can't say that you ain't know that God said that because God was on the line when we was saying it. You know exactly what God, nah. They gonna say, oh, they didn't know. They didn't know. They thought that was okay. We been told them, stop doing magic. That ain't our thing. We magical. Our mind. What is magic but words with intentions behind it? Which chosen ones? God has us say words with positive intentions behind it. Power behind it. Okay. So what we speak is what they seek. And that's what they start to see. See, we can speak life into you, or we can speak karma and consequences to come for you. See, we are the people that God has as these babysitters in a sense. I told you, and let me get back to it real quick, right? Just a brief summary. I told you, when the devil recruited certain individuals to try to go against God, and God was like, okay, well, whoever you want, whoever's willing to go on your side, let them go. People joined the devil. Some of them didn't want to. People persuaded them to. They didn't want to be left behind because some of their people chose to move, whatever the case may be, right? Okay. Hear me out. See, at that point in time, chosen ones, certain things started to play out differently, right? So they came to earth or got sent to earth because that was their area, right? All of a sudden, when they sat there and got to earth, they realized when the devil said they ain't had to do nothing to get what they want, they had to listen, they had to put no work in it to get certain earnings. That's these people that's scamming. That's these people who want that get rich quick and don't want to put no work in to get no shit, right? That's those people who, hold on 1 second, let me, all right, look, make sure, but chosen ones, that's these individuals who want to sit there and get love but don't give love. Does that sound familiar? You giving love to this person and they don't reciprocate nothing back to you because their God, which is Satan, told them that they didn't have to, but your God, which is God, said that that's what you should do. That was within you. So it started to make sense though, right? All right, just making sure. All right, making sure. So if you're giving something and they're not giving nothing, I ain't talking about you giving money and expecting it in return. Nah, if you did that because you wanted to do what God told you to, that's what it is. Okay, cool. Now, if they get it and they give it to you, if you need it at that time, that's cool too. But they reciprocate it, right? I'm talking about the people who want to get shit and don't want to do shit. That's these PPP. Anybody who got a PPP who ain't had no business, dismiss them instantly. Dismiss them. They put their morals aside for money. Their morals came with a certain price. So if somebody put a certain price on your head, they'll go after you too because that's who they is, right? There's certain shit that you wouldn't do that other individuals was willing to. They not your people. You're not going to send magic. We don't do that shit. What we look like? We don't, come on, man. We don't do that. We not scamming people. It's a difference. We going to put you on. And we not going to feel like, oh, well, somebody else is going to not. Nah, I'm confident in my spot. I'm confident that nobody can do nor get what God got for me. So I'm not, but we not like that. So stop being around people like that. They out here scamming. They out here stealing. They trying to get over on other individuals. They want something for nothing. They not your people. Stop rocking with them. They not. They not. You seen so-and-so stealing shit. They not your people. Are you a petty thief? Would you steal? Because even if you say, oh, that's a big business, that big business used to be a small business too that worked hard to get to where they at, right? So you looking at them feeling like they not going to miss out on nothing. That's how you going to miss your blessing, because you don't know what they went through to get you where they at. So that's almost like people, again, taking certain things from you, treating you a certain type of way, feeling like, oh, well, you don't need this because you get attention, or she won't need that, or he won't need that, because they feel like nothing would be missing. They don't know how hard you work. They looking at you right now, don't even realize that before yesterday, before last year, before the year before that, you was going through certain shit. You done been there, done that. That's why God don't play about this abundance here. You understand me? So there's certain people, again, these boosters. I'm going to be real. These boosters, you wonder why certain things keep stopping, because you taking clothes or stealing clothes from somebody else. You stopping them, they stuff in order to receive profit. When you could sit there and invest in you, open up a little boutique, so on and so forth. You could pay that 123, 125, wherever you reside, to get your LLC. Now you getting certain things wholesale. Now you could sit there and sell certain things legally. You're not taking from somebody's pocket. You sitting there building yours. You got to realize, chosen ones, whose side is you on? Whose side? You better hope that it's the right one. But if you're doing the wrong shit, then you already going the wrong direction. You better fix that. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you now, chosen ones, hear me out, right? Not only pertaining to the partners that you attract, you got to focus on, you talking about you want profit, but you don't even know what your purpose is. You talking about you want that money now, right? Oh, it's my money and I want it now ass individual, right? Hear me out. You talking about you want profit. Don't know what your purpose is. So you in that position for that profit, not realizing it's a temporary position in a sense, because there's no happiness there. There's no longevity there. You're not supposed to be there, and God's going to make that clear. He going to get your ass up out of there too. You talking about how you stay in this job because it could provide for you, but it don't provide you no peace. It don't provide you no happiness. It don't provide you no time to build with your family and go ahead and chase your dreams and admirations, so on and so forth, right? So you sticking with this position based upon what the profit that it can give you, but you're not happy. Your health is declining. You mad because you're around some so-so ass individuals. Before you clock in, you already ready to clock out. Before you even, again, you tired and exhausted just about the next shift that you're going to have before you even on that shit. You don't have time with your children, so you investing in somebody's business, but you ain't investing in yours in a sense. You sitting there, again, so on and so forth, right? You talking about you working so hard so that you can put so-and-so through school, but what is so-and-so's purpose? Don't even call them to have to do it. So now you sat there, or what if so-and-so, the people that you was connected with, was only going to be here for a limited amount of time in a sense. So you talking about how you preparing for that person's future, but their future is right now because they not going to be here for long. So now you're going to have to go back down memory lane, but you ain't going to have memories because you wasn't around them in order to obtain it. So now you thinking about what you could have, should have did differently. You better cut that shit out. Cut it out. You putting too much power and money. And people say, well, love can't pay my bills. Again, I'm going to say that you don't know what love is. Because love is that mother that's tired but still gets up and cooks for her kids. That's that mother who then got abused or disrespected and depressed but still gets up and smiles because they love their children. See, that love is that father who been up for 24 hours straight but again clocks in and acts like everything's okay. See, chosen ones. You don't know what love is. Love is that mother who don't want to ask for shit but will when she needs to in order to provide certain things. See, nah, love buys you things that money can't. That's that happiness. That's that love. That's genuine love. That's that reciprocation, so on and so forth, right? Because you can have money and people around you don't like you, don't show love to you, disrespect you, only with you based upon what you can do for them. So you really having love is different then, right? All right. Love buys you loyalty. Love is loyalty. Money can't buy you that. People, billionaires, millionaires, and still got people crossing them. See? Love will have people respect you. You understand me? People wanting to bless you. People wanting to be something positive towards you. People looking at you, smiling. So, come on, I'm not playing with y'all. Money, you the wealth. When you realize that your internal is the wealth, your car would never decline. When you align, you understand me? So you looking for a job who provides profit and you the wealth. So any direction that you go to, money's going to travel to as well. You that. You understand me? You are that. But if your card's defective, meaning your mind's messed up, that's just not going to swipe then. You can have money on your card and still not be able to use it, right? Your chips fucked up. You can't eat. Huh? So you got money on your card but can't do nothing, can't spend no shit. You limited. You the wealth. So what you speak, I'm telling you, I don't care if your money seem a little funny now. Shit, you better laugh about it. You better find something. See, when I tell you that sometimes you gotta realize that the preparation is in the experience, chosen ones. Now, what do I mean? You gotta embrace this experience now. What do I mean? See, you remember how when you was struggling, when you first moved into that place, you ain't have no furniture or nothing, right? You had little pallets on the floor. You had to eat off of the same plate, wash out the same pan, whatever the case may be, right? You felt limited. See, all of a sudden, this year, you moved into your place, you ain't have all these things, right? But then the next year, you sitting there laughing on your sofa about where you started, right? You out here talking about, yo, remember when we was out here eating on pallets and stuff? Remember when we was out here doing that? Remember when that your car was messed up and we had to walk all those blocks? Remember when that car was smoking and shit, smoking all over the place? Remember when your electric got cut off and you had to have all those candles then? See, when you was going through with chosen ones, you felt like you was limited, but as soon as you got out of that, you start looking back and laughing and embracing the experience. See, now you smiling about how you started off at the pallet and you bragging about it like, yo, remember, it's a happy memory now, right? Oh, yo, remember when you ain't had no gas or you was riding 10 in the tank? Remember when you was riding on fumes basically to get to where you needed to go to? See, you laughing about it now. See, you seen that was your strength because you got over it, right? But how come you wasn't happy or proud of yourself while you was experiencing it? See, you talked bad about you. You felt limited. You didn't want people to come in your house because they didn't want to see how you was living then. Whole time you ain't even realized the person who came in and was willing to sit on those pallets with you was for you. They didn't care what, they was happy. They was celebrating the fact that you moved into your own place. They seen where you started off living with so-and-so who was shady. They seen when you was struggling, living in your car and shit, whatever the case may be. So I don't care if you living in an RV, if you living in this, so and so, you made progression. And the people who's for you is going to look back and embrace it. They going to come in like, yo, I love your place. They ain't going to say where your shit at. If they do, they're not your people. They need to get from around you. See, that person who you talking about, you was in that putt-putt, they not going to say, nah, you can't pick me up. They going to be cool. They going to ride on the passenger side with you. Shit, if your shit stop working, they going to get behind the car and push you. See, chosen ones, it's the difference. You try enjoy your happiness and bring people in your experience that shouldn't be experiencing shit. They should be stuck to where they at. They not going to have no progression then. See, you started here, but you moved to that. You started not having no money coming in, you got a job, but you living check to check. So therefore, again, what you think the next process is? Now you got extra money to save in a sense. See, it's a transition. So that person who ain't rock with you when you was rocking certain clothes that they ain't really like then, they didn't like that you had Wranglers or some Shacks on or that $5 Hanes shirt, whatever the case may be, they was talking so much shit about you. Now all of a sudden you stunting. Now these people are slouching. That shit that they once had means nothing, right? So are you going to, you keep trying to persuade these people to be for you when really you should see who's for you so that when you get to where you going to, you don't take these people with you. You trying to bring the devil into the kingdom and wonder why your ass keeps getting put out. Why you keep getting put in this other area? Why certain things keep going down? Because you trying to bring the devil in the kingdom, baby. It's not happening. That's like you trying to sneak somebody in your mother or your father's crib. That shit is going to come with karma and consequences. You sit going about, oh, yeah, this your friend. Your parents knew before you knew, like, hey, yo, they ain't your person that you supposed to be with. They ain't really for you. But at that time, you thought that that person didn't know what they was talking about. Later down the road, then you like, yo, you right. So-and-so wasn't for you. See, because you was in that movement, you ain't realized what was happening. I told you, there's some of you that feel like you lost. Shorty, get your ass up. Now, what do I mean? See, I want you to realize when you lost in a sense, think about a maze, right? You don't know what direction to go to. But if you were standing above that maze, you would be able to direct individuals to the exit or the next process, so on and so forth. So if you raise your elevation, you're going to see things from a different view. So when you go to God who can see all, don't you realize that he going to see you through it? But you not listening. God told you to make a right, but you went left instead. God told you to leave that person and you try to bring them with you. See, you ain't listening to that direction that he gave. You understand me? So you got to realize, step outside. How come everybody come with have a problem? You always a solution for them. But when you going through certain shit, you can't do the same for you. I always tell people, I need you to step outside of yourself to receive this message. Meaning, I tell people all the time, hey, yo, this person's not for you. That person is cheating on you. That person is this, so on and so forth. At that time, if they not divinely aligned, they not going to see what I'm saying. They not going to understand that. Some of them will say, oh, well, I don't know if that resonates. Okay, cool. Then what happened? A week later, some of them a month later, some of them damn near a year later came back like, yo, you was speaking the truth. I listened to that recording that you sent. I went back through my email and I heard it and everything that you said came into play. See, God will tell you certain things in advance. God will tell you exactly what you need to say. It may not make sense to them at that time, but you say what God told you to relay. Don't you add no extra shit on. You understand me? Don't you sit there and cut certain shit short because they talking about they can't comprehend. Well, when they finally realize that everybody that they around is not for them, now they going to see your opinion was right? Now they going to say, damn, there's some of you that used to protect your mother or defend your mother when people used to say that person was using you. Now, all of a sudden, you got older and you realize what that person was saying had some truth to it, right? But you had to be ready, right? Okay, cool. See, chosen ones, you are God's translator in a sense. Again, I said this, you the person that are the messenger. You say what God tells you to say, and that's it. Yeah, you're going to add a little spin, almost on that Kevin Hart tip. Like, hey, yo, God told me to tell you to mind your mother. God told me to tell you that you better stop that magic or you about to feel that blue. See, God told me to tell you that shit that you talking ain't your truth, baby. We see through that. See, God told me to tell you that what you doing right now is not going to work on behalf of you. You hear me? Oh, why? Oh, why? I'm just trying to say. See, you say what God tells you. When he has you relay, you relay. If he tells you to stay silent because so over there wilding, oh, they don't want to listen, shit, let them figure it out then. There's some of you that been telling people certain things and they ain't been listening, they ain't been comprehending, they've been calling you crazy, right? Then all of a sudden now everything that you said is starting to play out in their life and they want to return to you. Now all of a sudden they believe in you. They should have believed in you when you was telling them the truth. They should have believed in you and not tried to, again, battle you, try to beat you, try to become you, try to defeat you. They should have sat there and just played it smart. But instead, they pointed fingers at you, told you was crazy, disrespected you. Again, I always tell, we're going to see how it's going to play out. We're going, again, in my lifetime, chosen ones, and this is not me being arrogant. I ain't got to tell you all that. Y'all already know. I had, out of thousands and thousands of people that came to me, say a total of 5 people ever said, oh, I don't know if this is my message. I don't know if this resonates. I always say, hey, listen, I'm going to tell you what God told me to relay. I would recommend for you to hold on to that recording and you're going to see certain things play out. I guarantee you right now, 4 out of the 5 people have already came forward and was like, yo, you was right. I ain't see it. Warning them about diseases that they will come in contact with, what so-and-so was going to try to do to sabotage them. So-and-so was cheating. So-and-so really ain't even like the sex that they was dating at that time. There was some masculines that was seeing feminines that really liked men. There was some feminines that was seeing masculines that really liked women. There was certain family that was acting like they was for them but was against them. See how to say certain things, right? Okay, cool. At that time, if they wasn't aligned, then they wouldn't have knew what I was saying was the truth. But again, in due time, everything play out. So again, they gonna see how they play themselves, and they can't say that they wasn't warned. See, God protects babies and fools, but you're no longer a fool if God intuitively or discern. I say intuitively starts to present certain things for you. You asking for an answer, and God has somebody relay it, and you don't want it because that ain't what you want to hear. Then okay, cool. But you can't say that person didn't warn you when God guided him to. You can't say that you ain't know that magic wasn't good. You ain't have to say so on and so forth. You understand me? You said what God told you to do, and now they acting like they so confused on why they going through what they going through, talking about they ain't know no better, and that's not true because God sent you to say the same thing that he was trying to tell those individuals, but they chose not to listen. So that's why God had you pop up in the physical form because they didn't pay attention to the signs and synchronicities that were given. God been telling them so-and-so was cheating on them because they ain't see it physically. They ain't want to believe that shit. But if you really from the divine, you know anything that you intuitively feel inside, that shit is stamped. You understand me? If God says this person is not for you, you believe it. Because in due time, you're going to start to see it, but you rather see it from a distance and close up experiencing the shit, right? You rather sit there and see it play out in a different light, right? I'm not playing with you chosen ones. You know. You heard me. I tell you, I ain't here for y'all to be dependent on me. I'm here to build your strengths. I'm here to be your confirmation so that you can see certain things clearly, so you can stop doubting you. You understand me? My coaching sessions is not profit. This is something that I always did. God just put me in this purpose so I can get paid for it. You understand me? That's a difference. When you in your purpose, the things that you would do naturally, even if you wasn't getting paid for it. Everybody who's friends with me, family with me, comes across paths with me, I'ma always relate. You know how many free readings in a sense I give out? God guides me to you, and I see there's something on your mind because I see through you. So I talk to you and I tell you what it is, and you don't know how many people like start crying, breaking down, and like, damn, I really needed to hear it. There's some people that get triggered when I tell the truth. They mad, stomp away. They don't want to hear it. They even try to doubt me too. They even try to attack me too because I'm telling them something that God been trying to tell them, but they've been trying to run from it. Oh, nah, baby. My voice is loud and clear. That raspiness is that bass in a sense. You're going to feel that shit. You understand me? See, I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones, you be authentically you. You do what God guides you to do, but you got to be finding you. To know who's for you, you got to be you. And anything that, again, doesn't align with the chosen ones, you get up out of there. You heard me? Now, listen. You got to realize, like, right now, there's people whose feathers is getting ruffled. But that's what we here to do. We like those hounds in a sense. We go in tall grass and we going to bring through so people can see the truth. See, I'm going to let you know those snakes in the grass because I'm cutting that shit down. See, I'm going to sit there and say certain things. I want you to think about hunting in a sense. When they got those hounds that come in that area and now those ducks start flapping their wings and flying and shit and puts them right in the line for that hunter who's going to knock them down in a sense. See, we sit there and ruffle these feathers, chosen ones. So as soon as they start squawking, as soon as they start to show their ass, as soon as they start get their feathers all balled up in a sense, God come through and knock their ass down. Don't they realize who the trumpets is? We the ones to give you that warning, to let you know that God's about to come in. We that one that's going to tell you like, hey, yo, get that shit together. You heard me? So we don't entertain negativity. If, again, you know how many times I done seen somebody say some dumb shit on the live and I just be like, we not acknowledging you. You don't get no attention. That darkness don't get no attention in this well-lit room. You heard me? See, they speak up because they can't stay silent because it's ruffling certain feathers that they got within. I ain't here to make you demons comfortable. I'm going to call your ass out each time. You're going to be real uncomfortable around me. I guarantee you. You heard me? Because when I know you can't beat me, I stand by. You can't beat me, I know who's for me. You know how many practitioners at one time tried to attack me and my squad? See, my squad is trained too. See, similar to how certain parents prepare their children before they go out in the cold elements, put certain Vaseline on their face, bundle them up, and get them prepared for the outside. Shorty, when people was sending certain shit to me, try to send shit to my kids, see, I told you, you play with me and it's off with your head. I don't play about them, but I use that as training purposes. Hey, babies, you see how they sending black magic? You see how they try to do this? You see how you felt a little shift in your move? Well, baby, this what you do. Training purposes. My kids, I guarantee, man, listen. I'm a reader. My children read too. They've been giving their teachers reading since they was real young. Real young. They've been picking up on, I'm trying to tell you, I got a whole squad is hitters, I promise you. So you can't try to come after one chosen one and think that the other chosen one ain't gonna knock your ass out, baby. You heard me. See, no matter how many people you get, think about that lion in the sense that got all these hyenas around them. No matter how many people you try to come and attack me, baby. You gonna be the one limping away. You gonna be the one bleeding all over the place. You the one losing your mind right now. You running back. I'm trying to tell you, back to the darkness you go. You should have never stepped into that light, shorty. You're not equipped to. So don't you allow these I promise you. You make sure that you prepare your kids. You don't sit there and try to take on everything for them. Nah, baby, let me show you. Come up here. You see how I had a little kickback? See, almost like when you taking your children to that gun course or that gun range, because you can. Hey, yo, you see how this have a little kickback a little bit? All right, well, put your shoulder here, and this how you stand. See, you see how this pumps a little bit? Okay, put your hands together like this. Shorty, we well prepared in every area, I promise you. Anybody who try to attack me, they kids is currently going through it. Not because I sent it to them. It's what they sent towards me, got returned back, and they parents wasn't equipped to protect them. They ain't know no difference. See, my kids is well protected. I'm telling you. Chosen ones, our kids is well protected. We prepared them. They kids is not prepared. That's why they scared now. See, they try to send sickness to your kids. That's why they kids is currently sick and their health is starting to go down. Ain't that we called it on them, but you in the dark. That means if you in the dark, you got your kids in the dark too. So that means anything that's dark is going to attack you. We in the light. You heard me. Every day, my kids, I'm trying to tell you, they say they prayers like they say they name. They say God like they call it how they say mom. You heard me. Well connected. They know who their father is. You heard me. So they know what their power is too. Because they done came across little karmic kids and they had to politely check them back to where they needed to go to. See, chosen ones. You maintain your light. You don't match theirs. If you match theirs, you're going to be in the dark with them and certain shit you're not going to see clear. That's why you don't connect to everybody. You don't have everybody that you eating with, everybody that you drinking with, everybody that you smoking with, everybody that you sleeping with. Nah. You not bringing that darkness here. You mean to tell me them demons chasing you in the first place that you chose to come to is my shit? Instead of going to God and asking him to guide you? Fuck out of here. I'm going to open the, crack the, I ain't even going to crack the door. I'm going to speak through the shit. Who sent you here? You talking about, oh, well, so-and-so told me that you, no. Boop. You ain't tell, if God didn't tell you, who's so-and-so? Because so-and-so ain't got no soul, so what they told you? How they know me? I don't know them. Huh? That's how you carry it. Just almost like somebody, I told you, the zombie apocalypse, we already experienced that shit. A bunch of soulless bodies that's dead, that's letting certain energies hop in and out of them. They a shell for them, right? People who, again, are getting used by every demon, sexually, mentally, financially, energetically, all that shit. They just nasty, a big-ass orgy in a sense. Pill. Fuck out of here. What you mean? No, we not the same thing. We carry certain things differently. It's a wrap. You understand me? I'm trying to tell you, chosen ones. See, there's some of these individuals, again, soulless bodies, they zombies in a sense. They walking around all stupid, all diluted. You understand me? Trying to attack everybody that they connected with. You maintain your energy. You don't match theirs. You understand me? See, almost like that zombie in a sense, you got to inspect them to see if they got bit. How? See, I'm telling you, my book's about to be published. I'm about to release that. You understand me? I'm about to release that for you, but I just want, change a little bit of things around. But chosen ones, you well inspect these people. Like, nah, turn around, lift your arm out. Nah, something ain't right. Your ass ain't coming in. Why would I bring you in and everybody else in this house and did they work? They didn't put their work in. They stayed away from certain people that was walking and moaning. They stayed away from people who ain't had no soul within them. When God told them to take their ass in the house, which was elevating in a sense, we did that. We listened. We wasn't outside parlaying with people that we wasn't supposed to be with. Huh? I'm not playing with you. We wasn't out here parlaying with these people when we knew that they wasn't a part of our crew. That's almost like you sitting there, man, listen. It's a no. It's a no, shorty. It's a no. I'm trying to tell you. So you inspect these people like, nah. Oh, God said at this point in time, anybody going through this is what they did. So almost like that answer sheet, like, okay, well, God said anybody who did death spells, they really going to experience this. You check that. You check that cheat page, like, yeah, all right. Nope, because let me see. It's almost like when those little sheets that we had in school where they said, okay, well, then every J that you see, color them blue. Every A that you see, color them red, right? We had to look like, okay, A's is what? Blue? Okay. The same pertaining to certain people, what they going through, right? Oh, see, I seen somebody say they don't believe in religion. Baby, you must not know who I am. Let me introduce myself. See, I'm a prophetess, right? I'm somebody who, again, I'm not specific to no type of religion. God is it. So my God may be your name. You may call God Allah, Jah, so on and so forth. But when we describe them, we talking about the same thing. See, when you say higher source, that's God too. Because God is the highest source ever, right? See, when you sit there and say the universe, that's God too. Because God is everywhere. God made everything around you, right? So we talking about the same thing. But when they talking about the goat, that's something differently. See, when we ask them what God is to them, there's certain demonic individuals that Satan is the God to them. Okay, well, what should God tell you to do? Oh, you can cheat, sleep with a bunch of people, be nasty, steal, kill this. Oh, that's a different God. That's different then, right? I'm trying to tell you. See, when people say, you got to realize that some people got a cult mentality. You feel like you just got to go in this church in order for you to be with God. But if God made everything that you around, that means God's house is your house too. God's house is that car as you was on your way to work and you was praying for everybody that was riding with you. See, God, every area. So you ain't got to go to this person or through this person in order to get God. Don't you know the same scriptures that people read about tells you not to do those things? See, people sat there and said, oh, nah, you should stay away from psychics and all of this, right? What is the definition of a psychic? Somebody who communicates with somebody outside the physical. So, in a sense, those pastors and preachers are psychics too. See, how come they say they don't like psychics? Because psychics tell them what's about to come about. But God also had Noah who told them and gave that warning about that storm that was going to come in that warning. See, come on now. You got to chill it out. Now, I seen somebody say you can't call. If that's the highest, the most high means the highest that you can go. The most highest that you can go. You going to tell me that ain't God? You going to tell me that ain't God? I'm just trying to say. I just want to make sure that we seeing certain things clearly, chosen ones. You got to cut that shit out. You heard me? Get it together. You get too caught up in the damn word. When your grandmother was saying, hey, Brittany, Whitney, Sarah, she named all these names. You knew who she was talking to based upon who she was looking at. She called you your sister, called you your mother, called you all these damn names, but you knew exactly who it was, right? Huh? I just want to hear it real quick. When your grandmother was calling everybody, when your mother was calling everybody, but she was looking at you, you knew who she was talking to. Because when she say, damn, you know who I'm talking about. Girl, go do that. Boy, go do that. So when you talking to God and you thinking about who it is to you, they know who you was talking about. You like, oh, God, I'm sorry, Allah, Jah. He like, baby, I know who you talking about. Go ahead. What was you saying? They ain't going to get caught in that name. What is you talking about? So stop that. There's so many, certain people try to get so deep or be so deep. We're going to cut that shit out. Chosen ones. Who's supposed to get it is going to get it. You got it, that's good. But if this is, you not clicking with anything that's being said, then you on the wrong team. You try to tap in to see what we talking about and you don't know nothing. You come in and hear a few words and then you go and try to say something, shorty. You don't know what. Tell them, chosen ones. We not here to beg you to not get beat the fuck up for messing with a chosen. We not here to beg you to not doing what you doing. You chose to do it. Do that shit then. Do that shit then. You want to do it? Do it. But when that karma and consequences come, baby, that's on your ass. That's you. Do it. Huh? You will do it for the Vern ass person, right? All right. You will do it for the Graham ass person, right? You will do it for the TikTok. Do it for the... All right? Do it then. And I bet your ass won't be doing it no more. Or it's almost like, oh, you want dancing class? Act stupid, go ahead and dance. But your ass gonna be dancing till them legs is tired. You done hit that damn shuffle 20 times. Keep going. Keep going. Nah, don't cry now. You wanted to keep dancing though, right? Okay, cool. Oh, nah, you wanted to do all that spell, that. Nah, keep doing. Don't try to stop it now because everybody around you starting to get knocked the fuck out. Nah, stand up there. Stand up there. Do that. That's what you wanted to do. You wanted to be all loud and all. All right. That's like that person. How you gonna read the room, but you can't even read? That's like Mayweather talking all this shit. Really call himself reading somebody. All right, read that shit out loud then. Now I can't. Little dumbass. Sit your dumbass down. All loud and wrong. You should call yourself reading some shit, but you should have read it more clearly. There's certain practitioners right now. You call yourself playing the energy. Baby, you should have played with something safer. I'm trying to tell you. Because once we, hey, cut that shit out. What they mean? Read. Try to read the room, can't even read. How you gonna tell me about myself, but you don't even know you? See, when I start saying some shit, now you wanna fight. Huh? You call yourself saying some shit, but the shit that I say is gonna hit. It's gonna have you feeling different. Huh? See, you could talk about appearances, but when I start talking about your experiences, oh, now you salty. Now you want to shut up. Now we went too far. Oh, nah. Loud mic on. What you said? What's that shit you was saying? Oh, how they say, you want to talk about mothers. But when we start talking about your shit, oh, you feeling, why? Because our shit hit. And certain truths that you speak about us, we already said it. That's how you know it. You heard me? You know how many people I say my mother was a fiend? Okay, that's like them saying, oh, that's why your mother's a fiend. Yeah, the fuck she is. But your aunt smokes butters, and I ain't talking about that melted shit. I see your aunt be over there stealing. Your aunt, oh, now we mad, but she said that my mother was a junkie. But when I start talking about how so-and-so's junked out, now you feeling a certain type of way. I know my truth, baby. That's how you know it. You can't see through that shit. You can't tell me nothing I ain't already said. It's like that 8 Mile tip. Shorty, if after I said everything I said, you can't reiterate what I just said to try to use it against me, Dodo. Is you dumb? What is you talking? What? Please, tell them, chosen one. What are you talking about? We live in our truth. What are you talking about? What? Oh, all right. Okay, cool. See, when you start talking about, oh, our teeth ain't straight, all right, cool. But you a little yuck mouth like Gucci Man from 2002. You got that shit in the side of your mouth that just looks pure. What's going to lick that shit? You got mayonnaise mouth and you got enough nerve to talk shit. You sitting there talking shit while your breath smell like shit, smell like what the fuck is that? Smell like a little leprechaun and stepped in shit and then stepped inside of your mouth and did a heel toe on that. You talking shit, breath on, smell like shit, your energy shit, your soul on stink. Pill, funky, what you talking about? They talking about the appearances, what we wearing. You ain't even wash your ass before you wear that. You talking about labels on you, but can't name one label of damn soap that she done put on you. You talking about how you dripped out, but that faucet ain't dripped out no water since you been in this house, funky. The fuck you mean? You talk about you ready, well, are you ready to step your ass in that shower yet? Because I'm smelling a few things. What is you talking about? Huh? You talking about how, oh, you wearing somebody else's hair? And you wearing somebody else's clothes. You got the same fit that your cousin had on his shit, and you talking about me? Huh? You talking about a hair that we wear, and you got all that tar in the top of your damn head because your shit is see-through, and you talk about you wearing rubber on your shit, but want to talk about a synthetic that we got on our head, fuck is you talking about? Because anybody who knows me, I throw this shit off like a fitted cap. You heard me? I told you I turned from Rapunzel to ODB real quick. I love my locks. Fuck is you talking about? We good in anything. You heard me? We are us. So no matter what we change up, whatever we we not what? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You can't do that. We that in anything that we wear. We got some Wranglers on. People talking about, damn, I like how you had them. Thank you. Oh, you got say you had some fake ass Crocs on. They still talking about nice shoes. Thank you. Where you get them? Shit, this shit. How many times y'all done had that happen with people like, damn, I like that, and you, oh, this just little $5 ass shirt. Da-da-da. You made that shit look $500 though, huh? It's you, baby. It's you. You turn anything golden. Anything. So stop downplaying you. You that. I'm trying to tell you, if I like what I like, I'ma get it. I don't care if that shit's $2. Cool. Let me see. Let me tell you how you know. Chosen ones. Anything that you have, people are going to talk shit about that. And if you was to do what they told you to do, they'd still try to find certain flaws on you. You heard me. Hold on. We might have been frozen. Baby, you flawless. You heard me. You flawless. God ain't make no mistake when he was whipping you up. He knew what to add. Hey, yo, I'm going to need a little bit more spunk. Yeah, because so-and-so's going to try this person. Yeah, I'm going to make sure. Okay, let me see. Now I'm going to have this intellect too. Yeah, all right, we got that. Oh, yeah, I'm going to have them have that sex appeal too. See, they ain't going to have to have sex with individuals in order for them to feel them. Huh? Oh, yeah? Don't you know that? Thank you, babies. Come on, now what you mean? You that, chosen ones. You out here trying upset because a demon didn't accept your ass? Girl, boy, cut that shit out. What you mean? Your real people gonna know you when they see you. You try to chase them down. Hey, yo, you should listen to my music. Bump your shit. Somebody gonna cross paths the right person to put you in a powerful position. See, you don't even realize how being authentically you is saving other individuals based upon what they going through. And then they gonna end up spreading the word to other people and put them on to you. And that person it's that gift that keeps on giving. And when people come to you, they gonna see exactly what that person said that you was showing. You understand me? We don't follow trends. We the trendsetters. Trends come and go, but that real remains the same. You better be authentically you. You better find you before you try to find yourself with another individual who's going to find you in a karmic situation. Huh? Stop that shit. What's your purpose? Because you out here settling for that job because it provides profit, but your peace is going to be disrupted. So now your health is declining because the people that you're around in. So you're going to have to leave that position and your funds is going to be limited, but you ain't want to take the risk and start your own business because you felt like you wouldn't be It's a process, chosen ones. Enjoy this experience. You talking about you can't wait to have a new house. Okay, but what you doing to the current house that you in right now? Shit, you can dress that shit up. Huh? You can make that. Okay, yeah, you want a new whip. I understand. But are you taking care of the one that you get to? Prepared for the one that you about to get? I'm just asking. If you talking about, oh, well, when you get a nice car, you'll finally start doing good to it. You ain't going to get that nice car based upon what you're doing to your old whip. Guys, like, did you see what you did to that shit? I'm not about to give you something new and you didn't even take care of the one that I currently gave you. Huh? You talking about you ain't got no... Thank you, babies. Talking about you don't got no furniture in your place. You got a place to stay, shorty. You had to start somewhere. Every year, every week, whatever, every month, you can buy one thing. And at the end of that lease, you're going to have a bunch of shit. So if you choose to move to a different location, you already properly prepared for it. You understand me? You talking about, oh, well, you'll start to clean when you move in another house. So you take them dirty ass ways to a new place and it's going to be the same thing. Then you're going to say the same thing because you're going to be quick. No. It starts now. You got to be what you want to receive. You understand me? You want that business to be booming? Be about your business then. You want peace and prosperity? Be peaceful then. Don't stress about shit that you don't got no control over. You speak to him. And God's going to tell you, be patient. I got certain things coming in. I'm trying to tell you. You got so much health. so much wealth, so much abundance right now. You are currently living somebody else's prayer. You talking about you got to move out of that city to make it. When, let's say for this, there's some people that's like, oh, they can't wait to move out of Atlanta so that they can become something. When somebody else is talking about, oh, well, if they move to Atlanta, they can be something. So no matter where you at, you can be exactly what you want or get what you're supposed to get. It doesn't take a whole relocation. It's you relocating from those people that you was connected with. You can still stay in that same city, but you got away from those people you ain't connected with them. But unless it's somebody that's trying to cause you certain harm or keep stalking you, whatever the case may be, book their ass and then move, and then you starting to see certain things clearly. Thank you, babies. Cut that out. You currently where somebody else is praying to be at. So if they can make it to where when you are at, then you can make it anywhere. Chosen ones, you good in every hood. You like that person who the Bloods, the Crips, the so on and so. Everybody respect. You a civilian, they respect you. They know the ranking that you had. They know that you nobody to play with. They know the power that you get. We good in every hood, I guarantee it. You heard me? Even those ops, even those people who been attacking you, disrespecting you, talking bad about you, you could be right next to them, and I bet you they wouldn't even bat their eye nor flex at you, shorty. They can even pick. You got people that try to beat you and betray you. That's trying to be friends with you now. They try to be you. Shorty, if you said I'm all these negative things, why you impersonating the chosen ones then? If you say the chosen ones ain't really like that, why you trying to be like that then? Come, you see through it, chosen ones. You heard me. Thank you, babies. But listen, I got to get up off here. I do have a few coaching sessions to do. Remember, when you ready for your message, I got you. The link's in my bio. But you got to be ready to receive it because I ain't sugarcoating shit. I'm going to tell you, that's your karmic or that's your true divine person. Oh, your friends is this. They intend for that. What's going to come across past? I'm going to tell you. I ain't sugarcoating it. It's a confirmation. I'm going to tell you not crazy. This is what you felt. This is what it is. You understand me? I love you so much, chosen ones. I'm going to upload this live later on YouTube. Again, thank you so much. I love you. If you need me, baby, you know how to reach me, all right? Be great.